Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pod Chef, the only official Top Chef podcast. If you find another one, please send them our way so that we can have a group debate with them on whether or not their show is as good as ours.
Beat them up behind the alley.
Yeah, beat them up in an alley. It's me, your host. You know me. Come on, you guys know me. It's Jamal. It's your host. You know me. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Reeves. Say what's up to the nice people.
Hey, everyone. It's Reeves. Wow, what an episode. So much drama.
Okay, shh. You're giving away way too much at the very... Jesus. Right. And your co-host is also here, Brian.
What's up? It's Brian. You guys know me. Wow, what an episode. So much drama.
Jesus.
We're talking... They're going to cut me off? I'll keep going. So people were doing all this stuff and they were cooking.
Yeah, they were
this
cooking.
This is why he's the co-host of the co-host. This is it. Okay, yeah, so they were cooking. This is actually a good episode. So what they were talking about is not a bit. It was a good episode. It was crazy. Let's see here. Let's just get right into it. We're here with another special guest, and this time it's a super special guest. I know this person. You guys listening probably have heard of this person. You can definitely Google this person. They're a well-known chef. Please welcome to the episode, Chef Quentin Anonymous.
Hello.
Thank you for coming, Quentin.
Thank you for having me.
So we know you, Quentin, but the people may not know you, Chef Quentin. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where did you get your start in cooking?
Well, I got my start in cooking in DC. I own a food truck in DC. You may have seen it. It's pretty popular in the mornings. I make those little cheeses that you put on breakfast sandwiches. Have you...
The little cheeses that you put on breakfast sandwiches?
Yeah, you get if you want like an egg and cheese sandwich, but they forgot the cheese. I'm a food truck that's like located right around the corner. So you pick up the cheese there.
Okay.
So just so that I'm bringing the people here, if you go and get an egg sandwich and then you forget to ask for cheese, you can then go to your food truck, Chef Quentin, where you will give them a pre-cut slice of cheese to put on their egg sandwich.
Yeah.
I would say the more frequent thing that happens is that you ask for cheese and you don't get it. I've never forgotten to ask for cheese. I mean, let's be real. I'm asking for cheese wherever I go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Every meal. Cheese. Give me cheese, please. I mean, we talked about this episode like, what, 2 or 3?
And we know Americans like it because Top Gear was
what we were talking about. Yes. Mm-hmm. Cheese on everything.
Cheese.
So I'm
now embarrassed.
Yeah, you should be embarrassed. I'm the place where if you forget to ask for extra cheese, you can go right around the corner.
Yeah, okay. That's why I'm embarrassed, because I often forget to ask for extra cheese, and this is how I know Chef Quentin. I'm an frequent visitor. That's the same thing. I'm a frequent visitor to his food truck where I just ask for extra cheese, please.
Okay. So I'm still a little confused how this business works, but Jamal, it seems like you have gone before. Can you guys like role play
Please.
a transaction of how like it normally goes down for you guys when you go to get the cheese?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll just walk up and I'll say, good morning, Quentin.
Sorry, there's a line.
I'm trying to jump in so quick. I'm sorry. Can we really, I've never seen this truck. Can you paint the picture for me? Can we do do you want to do the movie? You want to do like a movie? Just we see this and then zoom in and really put me there. I've never been there. Put me there.
You saying me? I think Chef Quentin should do this. It's his truck.
Yeah. So, it's an early morning. I start the truck. Oh shit! Forgot the keys. All right, okay. I know I had them because I got money yesterday, so that means I made money yesterday. Okay.
And maybe
it's between the slices of cheese.
Do we want to utilize maybe there's something you can also do, like a cut to and then you can kind of like fast forward a little bit into the future with that. Just to I mean, none of this isn't good. This is helping me, but maybe we want.
Well, when I
Maybe we
write
wanna-
scripts, I write everything, and then I let the
Oh,
studios
you also write
decide.
scripts? You're also a
Yeah, I didn't really want to get into this, but I sort of had this like very popular fan fiction account where I would write movies. I got into podcast, and it just created this whole thing where like conspiracy theories were started, and people actually believed all my stuff, and I'm just trying to separate myself from that now and go into the food business. Put down the pen and paper, if you will. Picked up a spatula.
And what's the paper? If the spatula is the pen, what's the paper?
Yeah,
The cheese.
know that.
Yeah, probably like a piece of cheese.
Yeah.
Yes. That works. It's about the same. It's like a cheese. When I think of like a slice of American cheese, it's really like a Post-it note of the food world.
That's good.
Yeah.
It sticks to walls too. It's pretty sticky. Hey, let's make a quick.
That's
fun
how I know
game.
it's done.
Who? let's the three of us, not Reeves, guess when the last time Reeves had a piece of American cheese is.
Okay.
Because he's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's been at least a couple of years. I bet it's been 3 or 4 years.
I bet you it's only been a week and a half.
I was going to guess earlier. I was going to say like earlier today because you seem to me like a tuna fish sandwich kind of guy.
This is a great question. So we did have hamburger hot dog last week, which
That's
would
right.
lead you to believe that we would have American cheese, but my wife likes Swiss cheese on those burgers. We did not have that, but I am a person that will just eat American cheese plain out of the refrigerator like a garbage person. So it's probably been maybe a month and then I had American cheese. Not that
Okay. So technically I was closest, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, good. And the host won that, so that's good to know.
Okay.
I'd like to get back into the role play of what it's like to
I don't know
go-
if we have time. We got a lot of other stuff.
Let's just cut to Jamal's at the truck.
All right. I don't know. I'm lost, but okay.
Would it be easier if you started back further before?
Yeah, you're the host. I mean, I'm the guy.
Okay.
Just treat me like a piece of shit.
Let's say I was standing in line. I finally got up to the front, and now I'm actually ordering the cheese that I missed on my bagel. Okay.
Good morning.
Oh, hey, Quentin. Hey,
Good morning.
hey, Quentin. Hey, Quentin. How you doing?
Good. Got a long line here.
Yeah. See, you're
Doing pretty well.
Hey, Quentin.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start in the middle. We're getting a lot of highs and hellos and greetings. Let's cut to the middle of this. And also, we're doing great. This is a transaction
Okay.
scene. This is fantastic.
All right.
You guys
So-
Three cheeses coming up.
Hey, how are the kids?
Good. I mean, they're still there, so they're still flipping the cheeses back there. I tried to fire them last week, but it didn't work out.
Oh, well, sometimes with workers, you just gotta give them some time to get better at the job, I guess. I hope they don't burn the cheese this time.
Yeah, I mean that's why I try to fire them. I mean they're in that phase where they are like pyro, where they like try to burn lots,
pyromaniac.
which is, I mean, it's a terrible job for them.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a police officer.
Oh shit!
This truck is illegally parked in front of the White House. You gotta
Oh,
move
no.
this thing.
Oh God.
Oh, not again, Quentin.
All right. Well, thank you
I
for your
thought you
money.
got the. Okay, well, just text me where you're moving the truck so I can come get my cheese.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll let
We
you
got a
know.
lot of people coming in here today. It's January 6th, 2001. Okay.
My egg sandwich is pretty cold, so I'm hoping for some hot cheese. But I'll find you, Quentin.
No.
Thanks,
Oh
thanks
God.
though.
Or those keys. I know I had those keys
All right,
somewhere.
so that's usually how it works.
Mm.
Quentin often parks in front of the White House, right where the barricades used to be, and where people usually like protest. He's parked literally right at the gate,
Mhm.
and he's asked to leave right as the line dies down because now all the people who he served are finished eating and they're protesting now. And I'm the last one usually to get there, and so
Okay.
I usually don't get the cheese. So I got to get there early. What I'm finding out is I need to get there more
Yeah.
sooner.
I mean, or just show up whenever you want. I mean, you're one of my best customers. A lot easier for me. I just get the money and go.
Yeah, yeah. I
What's
also
the name of the
realizing
truck? What's the name of the truck?
Huh? What?
The name of your food truck?
Mhm.
Um, it's kind of okay. So I named it a long time ago when I was trying to capitalize on my brand. So it's actually called Pizzagate,
Okay.
the pizza getaway cars.
now is that it's called Pizzagate because you are so close to the White House gate.
Yeah,
And originally you bought all that cheese because you said I'm gonna have a pizza truck.
yeah, but then I couldn't find the other ingredients.
Yeah,
And then so also much like Comic Ping Pong, your truck is full of young children.
Yeah, I mean, I try to draw inspiration from real life.
yeah. Well, I've left nothing but good reviews for Pizzagate, and I think other people should too. Go check out his food truck. This is Chef Quentin. He drives the Pizzagate food truck around the DC area. Speaking of reviews that are good,
Oh no.
this podcast got a great review recently, huh, fellas?
We
We
really
got
did.
we got a 5-star review that we'd like to share on the podcast live. It's called Best Comedy Top Chef Pod.
Are we actually gonna read it?
Yeah. I think we need to. The fans should hear like what we're looking
And
to
this
get.
is from a fan who we do not know. It says, "Trust me, I've listened to all of the Top Chef podcasts available and finally found Pod Chef. The crew on this show have the best comedic camaraderie I've heard yet. I can't stop listening and even going back to listen to their first 2 seasons. You
Don't
can
do that.
skip, if you're doing that, don't listen to the first
Definitely don't.
5 or 7, 6 episodes of the first season. The audio is bad, but do go back and listen. Please listen, rate, review this podcast so it can get kicked up higher in the ratings and eventually pick up some advertising. Preaching. Support this one. You'll want to see these guys stick around. From Jules. So, Jules, thank you very much. We appreciate that. You said all the things we've been saying off air. These are all the things we say about ourselves when we're doing, we're getting our spirits up right before we start recording and say, should we keep doing this? Is this working? And we keep telling ourselves, guys, our comedic camaraderie is unrivaled. So we have to record because the people need it. And this just reinforces that. So a real, true, honest thank you to Jules. And sorry, Chef Quentin, you had to be here to see me in this kind of braggadocious light, but that had to be done.
No, I get it. I get it. I mean, you're like an entrepreneur. You gotta promote yourself. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone out there thinks that that's a fake review or someone that we know very closely, like our wives, it's not because our wives have already left reviews. Okay. And you
Yeah.
cannot create another account. Apple Podcasts will not allow you.
Yeah.
To. We've tried. So
So-
we don't know this person actually.
So it's a real person who we
Yes.
don't know. And now you feel kind of dumb because you're sitting there being like, I bet it's one of their wives. Well, it's not.
And no, my wife's name isn't Jules.
Yeah, and my wife's name isn't Jules either.
Yeah. Neither is mine.
I do want to put a little caveat. It says that we should that we should keep getting kicked up so that we can eventually pick up some advertising. And I'm gonna say, please be careful what you wish for, because Tom has already recorded a lot of ads that he wants in the show. He keeps
Yeah.
sending us these ads for his things. It's like inventions that he comes up with on the fly. And he's like, hey, play this ad. And we're like, oh no, we don't have enough listeners yet. He's okay, when you get enough listeners, play this ad. And they're always for things like underwear that pulls themselves up
Yeah.
is one of them.
He's got an ad for a cap that you put on that cuts your hair. The cap like has a little lawnmower on it that goes zigzags across your head and cuts your
Yeah.
hair for you.
Yeah,
And I'm like, but you're bald, Tom.
Well,
yeah.
he tried the hat.
He's
Yeah.
got one that's just like it's just like grass, but it's like in like one of those spinach containers. And he's like trying to like pass it off that it's like salad or something, but it's
Yeah.
just like grass that he cut from his lawn or something like that.
He's got also ketchup packets that are just the last dollop. He calls it the last dollop. He said, this is the part you can never get out of the bottle. I just got it out of the bottle.
He says it's the best part. He says it's the best part.
And he wants us to pay
Yeah.
for those.
We have to pay
run.
him for those ads to run on the show.
Yeah.
That's what's something we're still talking about with Tom about whether or not we should pay for his ads to run on the show or not, because we're not sure if that's something that we want. But
People
at the end of the day,
people are
it
clamoring
is-
for it. Apparently,
at the end of the day, it is Tom's show, so we probably won't have much of a say if Tom just shows up at one of our places and says, "Why aren't you running the ads?" We're going to be kind of effed. So, speaking of effed, let's do a segment called "Chefs I Prepared for You."
How does that work?
Chef Quentin, this segment, what we do is we go around and we just say and discuss what we had for dinner, but we present it as if we're presenting it to the chefs on Top Chef. Would you like to partake in this segment?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
and there's consent. All right, good. All right, so I'll go first and you get the
Consent?
hang of this. What?
consent.
Yeah, I was just saying we have your consent to do this, so you're not doing this against your will, so that's fine.
Okay.
So that's
Does that
good.
happen?
So that did happen, and I got this podcast got some hot water, and I don't mean a jacuzzi. We got in some hot water over
But
that.
also, we did get a jacuzzi.
We did get in
It was really
jacuzzis.
nice.
It was very nice. But
So
I
a
just wanna
good
make
thing
sure I have-
happened because you didn't ask for consent.
I don't want to phrase it that way. But in a way, yes. But also a bad thing happened as well. So I just now ask my guests if they're comfortable doing this segment.
Jamal's guess.
Okay, so I'll go first. Chefs, I labored and prepared for you. Pan-seared Cajun spiced chicken breast with lime juice, sautéed sweet potatoes, and sautéed spinach and garlic.
And I'm looking at it right now.
And there's a picture
Yeah,
that they're
we
looking
have a
at
picture. Yep,
for proof.
checks
Quentin
out.
doesn't have it.
Quentin can't. Quentin
There
can
it
see
is.
it
I can't see.
in his mind's eye. Quentin can see it in his mind's eye.
No.
So, any questions? Anything? I mean, it was delectable.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
When you were cooking this, did you leave the splatter thing on and put it in the oven and melt it?
Okay, and so now I'm exposed, and now my mom. Okay, so everyone needs to understand something. I made an oopsie doozy.
You
the
did
other
a
day.
you did a what does he say?
A whoopsie daisies.
Pulled a dozy.
A dozy.
Yeah, I did
You
a doozy.
You did a dozy.
And I left my splatter guard on my cast iron skillet, and the handle melted onto the handle of my cast iron skillet, and I had to clean it off and clear it out and get it off and pull the chicken out, and it was a whole thing. The chicken did not taste like plastic. There was no fumes of plastic, so it's non-toxic. It's okay. But I did ruin the handle of my splatter guard, which I use every day, so I had to buy a new one.
And
So I have a new one coming.
Quentin, don't hold back. I know you're like laughing your effing ass off right now over this, being that you're a chef. So if you
Yeah.
want to unload on Jamal right now, feel free to. I think
I
it's
can
your
take it,
place.
Quentin.
Yeah, Jamal can take it.
I'm just embarrassed. I remember when I was starting out, I did actually eat a lot of plastic.
You
That you thought was cheese?
Yeah. Listen,
Well, and that makes me feel good.
we've all been there. We've all eaten a spatula on accident.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who hasn't?
They look
Yeah,
so good.
yeah, it looks. I mean, it smells just like the pancake. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go. So I made chilaquiles. This is
Oh fuck! I love chilaquiles so much.
and Brian.
Hold on a second. Oh, I fucking love chilaquiles.
Love it.
Did I say it right?
Yeah,
you
it
got it.
deserves that
Okay,
kind of yeah.
Okay, good. I love it. I love it just as much as Brian does. Just so
No, you
everyone
don't.
knows.
No, you don't.
Listen, next time you guys are over, I'll make you some. It was a hit. People fucking loved it. It's this is another one of my Allison Roman recipes. She never leads me astray. A little
Who's
bit
going to
of,
be on the podcast one day? Allison Roman.
I feel like, well, no, she wouldn't do the podcast, but I feel like she would be great on it. Like she would be game and be very funny. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. Anyway, it went over really well. It was tasty. A little bit of queso on the top. Of course, your fried
You
egg.
do the red or the green.
It's the red with some tomatoes. Do your crumble in there. You got some cilantro, a little bit of sour cream on top. Muy bien.
Now, Chef Quentin, you know all about queso.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're speaking my language. Actually, I didn't actually understand.
All right, Brian, you're up.
He doesn't understand.
Brian, you're up.
All right, here we go, folks. Every time I do this, and I say that I have, so let me give you a backstory.
Oh God.
Here we go.
I often cook coconut chickpea curry, and when I do it, people who are hoity-toity newsreaders say, "Is it the New York Times chickpea curry?" The answer's been no. Until now.
Oh,
Chefs, last night I prepared for you Allison Roman's stew, the coconut chickpea stew. I did it. I did the stew. Hope everyone's happy. I did it.
Well, I hate to do this, but you didn't do the full stew because you left some stuff out, didn't you?
I didn't do the optional yogurt. I did, however, do the optional mint, which I did not like.
Yeah, I don't think
if it's optional.
That's it's optional, and I told Reeves that the yogurt's optional, and he goes, "No, it really ties everything together."
I think with the mint, if you're gonna do the mint, then do the sour
yogurt.
cream. Yeah, the yogurt too.
I had sour cream. Should I have just done sour cream? I just didn't have Greek yogurt.
That probably would have been okay. I think the Greek yogurt is probably a little bit better, but yeah, but you liked your version with rice and everything better.
I like my
right?
version better. Yeah.
Yeah.
My version has tomatoes in it.
Okay, that sounds good.
Which I think cut some of the like earthy like turmeric flavor. Which I didn't dislike the stew. I just think that if I had it first, it'd have been good. But since I had my version first, when I say my version, I mean the one that I found on the internet, I liked that one better. I did, however, I also watched Allison cook the stew. She has a video on stew. And then I was up till midnight watching other Allison Roman YouTube videos of her cooking. And and I feel weird about it.
Okay.
I don't feel great about it. But I did it.
Keep this in. What are you doing till midnight?
I told Carrie that I did it. I told Carrie that up till midnight watching Allison Roman.
Definitely not coming on the show now.
Yeah, she's definitely not allowed on the show now. Okay.
It's personable. Like the way she does her like home movie cooking things. Her kitchen is a very small New York kitchen, which I like. It's not this like big grandiose like, "Hi, I'm friggin' Giada, and here's my mansion." It's like this little kitchen. She has a mini oven. She has like the little tiny oven, which is nice. And she seems like a nice person. She's like a very nice person.
Okay,
and she made a key lime pie, which I love.
You were up watching her till midnight.
Yep. And next, I'm gonna try some other things. And so I get it, Allison Roman. I get it. Reeves has been talking about you, and now I get it.
Jamal, you're next.
I'm next, Allison. I'm coming for your recipes.
I don't think she's
all
gonna
right. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
I'll figure a way to get her on the podcast. Chef Quentin, what did you have last night for dinner?
Chefs, I prepared for you mac and cheese.
Oh, okay. So, yep. Well, you know what? Let's just ask some questions first. So, like, what kind of mac and cheese was this that you put together? I mean, you're talking about like you made the noodles and everything like that, right?
No.
Did you have the Blue Box Blues?
I ordered hot noodles to go. Came home. And then just put
So
some
you
cheese.
ordered and then put cheese on.
And then
Okay.
you had the cheese. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you ordered hot noodles to go and said, "Well, I have a cheese truck. I don't need your cheese."
Yeah, I don't.
And you just put it on. Okay. All right. So how was it?
That was delicious. I mean, it's my cheese. I told you I'm pretty successful.
Okay.
It sounds like the line is super long every morning.
Well, I feel like
you guys are expecting a lot out of this mac and cheese thing, and it's like what mac and cheese do you have that's more than just macaroni noodles and cheese?
Listen,
I mean, I make a family recipe macaroni and cheese that's more than just macaroni and noodles. I mean, it's got 3 different cheeses and a cheese sauce. But
3?
yours sounds good.
yeah, I mean, we're not trying to make you feel bad, Quentin, because it just definitely feels like you have like one lane that you kind of, which is just cheese. And I don't know about the other guys, but I was kind of expecting like a chef that you just did everything. You
Yeah,
cooked everything
I thought-
else, not just you had a lot of cheese that you put on.
You're a
stuff.
specialty chef.
Were you really busy? Like, did you not have a lot of time last night? You just couldn't have time to do all the like whole process?
No, I mean I had tons of time.
Well,
I even
I think
sat and
we
watched
were-
it
you watched it boil or melt?
melt, boil.
Melt. Like- I forgot you didn't cook the macaroni.
I didn't boil the
forgot. I'm sorry.
cheese.
Yeah, I know that. Oh God. All right. Well, I think we've officially hit Stumptown USA on this one. So why don't
These
we
are
take
bad.
a break?
These last
Seamless.
questions have been bad.
Seamless.
Whoa, we officially hit Stumptown USA on that one.
Okay, Brian. You know what? I'm relinquishing host duties for just 30 seconds. You come up with a segue to the break to the talking about the episode from what we were just discussing. You have 30 seconds. Go.
Okay. Much like the Colby Smulders TV show Stumptown, this segment is over.
Okay.
So that was pretty good, but it wasn't better than Jamal's, I think.
All right, and I'll just take the powers back and let's go to a break. Let's talk about season 18, episode 6, Stumptown USA. First things first, Chef Quentin, have you ever watched Top Chef before?
No, I've never seen it, but I've seen Survivor and I've seen Great British Baking Show. So it seems like
A
a good
combination of
marriage.
the two.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, what did you think of this episode, just for someone who's just seen Top Chef?
I mean, I liked it. It was very fun. It did seem like it's very hard to get to know anyone or understand what they do because their titles are super long and they only flash them on the screen for like 2 seconds, and then I'm lost. I have no idea who's talking to me, and so other than that, I enjoyed it.
All right.
Our last guest complained about the quick chirons on the bottom too. So I have 2 things that could either happen here. Either Top Chef either make them longer, or maybe we get guests that watch the show.
Well, it's definitely not going to be the last one. So
Yeah. So,
I think
Yeah.
we probably should get Top Chef to fix their show a little bit.
yeah. Let's send a letter to Tom.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be something.
God, a
We'll
letter?
give him notes because he gives us notes. Let's give him notes. Okay.
When you send him letters, he reads them on the phone back to you.
Yeah, I know. It's very uncomfortable.
And he tries to do your voice while he does it.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
no.
This is
Yeah.
you. This is you.
He corrects your
Well, he
grammar.
doesn't do my voice because remember, he's like, I'll write something very plain in just perfect English, and he's like, yo, kid, what's up, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he said that's what you sound like to him.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that's how he hears me. And I'm like, Tom, that's impossible. No one's ever said that.
I guess it also points to the fact that he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, I think he does listen to parts when people say, hey, Tom, they mentioned you.
Yeah.
And then he
asks for
just turns it
timestamps.
off after we stop talking about it.
Mm-hmm. But that's enough because he gives us report cards and he likes our shit. So
Yeah.
we're doing something right.
So, let's talk about this quickfire challenge where the chefs had to cook dishes featuring local Oregon mushrooms. In reference to another Portland nickname, Stumptown. And we're not talking about the coffee Stumptown Roasters. We're talking about Stumptown Portland. Okay. Okay.
We're talking about cooking on a freaking stump here.
Talking about cooking on a tree stump.
An actual
The
It's
origins of
called
Oregon.
Stumptown because all the people there cook on a stump. Stump
The-
is your table. Stump is your chair.
The contestants were forced to use a tree stump as prep tables. And instead of immunity from elimination, the winner got $10,000, but less than that after taxes. Can we just play this clip of us having Tom as the guest judge for this? Let's take a listen.
Please.
You all look so nervous to see Tom here. Don't worry, he's a fun guy.
The mom jokes are coming now.
Tom's here today because for this quickfire challenge, you'll be working with one of his favorite ingredients, mushrooms.
It's the ultimate ingredient because mushrooms are the closest you can get to eating the earth.
Okay. And I just want to let you guys know that I reached out to Tom about that because I was a little confused what he meant by the closest you can get to eating the earth. And he just sent me back a picture of him. He was laid down, face down on the ground with his mouth open. And he was trying to eat, he was I guess in his yard trying to eat the ground. And he was like, you see how hard it is? You can't. It's like, I'm always trying to put the earth on my menu and I can't do it. Closest thing I can do is mushrooms.
Now, Brian, you booed. Why did you boo Padma when she said he's fun?
A couple of episodes ago, Asan Williams, friend of the show, asked us if Padma was good at this job. And
That is true.
we vehemently said, yes, do not besmirch Padma. She's great, she's fantastic, and she's amazing. This season, I'm wavering. I'm wavering. And I get that it's not, I mean, it's just it's a little I know that it's supposed to be kind of cheesy and bad. It's that's the point of a quote mom joke. But with it being so scripted of her saying he's a fun guy, and then the response of Tom being oh, here come the mom jokes. It's get back to the guys. Can we writers room this one, please? Can we writers room this one?
Yeah, let's writers room this one. And Chef Quentin, I'd love for you to join us in the writers room. And this is where we just punch up some of the jokes that are done on Top Chef. We make them better.
All right. So the scenario is they're cooking on stumps with mushrooms, and there's also Better Than Bouillon. It's a commercial of sorts.
Okay.
So let's hit the writers' room. What's another joke that could have happened here that we might have landed better?
I feel like Tom, when he came in, Padma could have been like, you guys are so quiet. I guess we're not using mushrooms. We're using hushrooms.
Oh, yes. I was thinking she'd be like, you guys are going to be using some Better Than Bouillon. And I guess if we're using this, we better call Tom.
This is a good writer's room.
You know what? We're just tossing out jokes.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Quentin, it's hard.
No, I know. I'm a writer. I know. It's hard. I'm not. That was not sarcastic at all.
Yeah. Well, if you don't like it, why don't you pitch one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Something better.
All
right. Mush. Okay.
Here, I will go while you think. Is that okay?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. So
Okay.
Tom comes in and he says, mushroom is the closest you can get to eating the earth. And Padma goes, except for when I make you bite the curb and kick the back of your head.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. I think the
Okay,
joke's getting lost.
And
in
wait,
that one.
hold on. And then she goes, just like Portland's namesake, Stomp Town.
Yes. Okay.
The delivery would have to
All
be
right.
perfect on that.
Okay. I didn't have much time to think because I was very distracted.
Okay. I have
So
one,
I'm
but I need it to
imagining.
be. Oh, go for it.
Oh, no, you go.
I don't really have one, but I have one to workshop. She says something about S Town. Remember the podcast?
Okay.
Yeah, the
S-Town?
podcast.
And she tries to like
Yeah.
I don't have a tie-in, but I do have that.
She's holding a
Pretty
microphone.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
And she starts saying, I think he's innocent. All right. So there's no more immunity, folks. We're in the stage of the season where there's no more immunity. We're out of the writers' room now.
I got one.
they're
I
all
got one. I
cooking-
got one.
Okay, great, please.
Here we go.
Okay.
And then we'll close the writer's room.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not how I usually write, but all right. Mush. I'm imagining dogs. Dogs come in the room. All right. I mean, that's it. Like, there's the dog.
Okay. We'll close
mush.
it.
Mush.
Mush,
as in,
yeah.
mush,
The dogs. Yeah, you ride on a
dog sled,
sled into
dog
the
sled.
dog. Yeah.
Yes. Great.
Okay.
All right. Writer's
All right.
room is closed.
Yeah. So immunity is done, everyone. We're at the part of the season where there's no more immunity for wind quickfires, I don't think. So they're all cooking mushrooms and using one wood burning oven, which makes it chaos. Because they all just start stacking the stuff they're cooking for the quickfire in there.
It seems like
question-
Dawn was just too slow to everything. She was like,
Yeah.
I need to use this. And you is like, get here faster.
And we discussed this off air, and Brian said, this is why you shouldn't be on CP time.
Which is chef people time.
Yeah, that's chef people.
But you talk about it in
Chef
for certain people.
chef prep time.
I do only say it about certain chefs.
Yeah, he does. It's only about Nelson and Don and Roscoe and Kiki. He doesn't say about anyone else. Do you guys like mushrooms? Do you guys like eating mushrooms?
Yes.
Yeah, I like mushrooms.
What's your favorite mushroom? What's your favorite mushroom?
I like an oyster.
Okay, it's a meaty one.
I like portobello.
I'm a shiitake boy. Chef Quentin.
Pizza mushrooms.
All right.
Because they're covered in cheese.
So I want to
Yeah.
say that.
yeah, that checks out.
Just moving on. Gabe gives us our first sweat on the nose of the season while he's plating his tacos. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that's the first shot we've had this season of like a drop of sweat literally ready to fall off Chef's nose.
And you know it does as soon as the camera goes. Usually
Oh
they'll
yeah,
show us.
as soon as they pan, and that's why when they were eating his tacos, they're like, "Ooh, this is good. You seasoned this. This is good." Let's just jump to it. Gabriel wins
cheated.
with his. He cheated because he uses his dad's favorite mushrooms. But guess what, Gabriel? No immunity.
He
And I
cheated
like him.
because of foie. Foie is a Top Chef cheat.
Yeah, foie.
Cheat code.
It's the scallops of the air. So he grabbed foie and he used it with mushrooms, and of course, it's going to taste good. So yeah, he won the.
Can we like 8 people
quickfire.
fried the mushroom? They just like kept bringing them fried
Yeah.
Yeah,
mushrooms.
deep fried.
And some people tried to say that it was not a fried mushroom. They were like, "Oh, this is what's the word? What's the German word?
Spaghetto?
With like the
Yeah,
with
Spiazzo?
flattened thing."
Yeah, Spiazzo.
Spiazzo.
Yeah.
Spaghetto?
They were like, "This is Spiazzo," but they just kept bringing them fried mushrooms, and no one called them out for. At the end, they would be like, "You had the worst fried mushroom," I think someone said.
Yeah. I think that was for Chris because his mushroom was so thick that he said in the middle it was uncooked. So that's not good.
I think Chris is on his way out.
Oh, don't say that about my team member.
I was
We'll
going to
talk
say,
about
is he on your team?
Yeah, let's not talk about
I
my
got
team
one
member.
I got one person left.
Yeah,
Good old Byron.
we're gonna talk about that. So now let's go to the elimination challenge. The chefs have traveled to Cascade Locks and paired up with each other to create surf and turf dishes. So the chefs had to draw knives again, but this time the knives said surf and turf, right? But well, not surf and turf.
No.
They actually had they had to use game. So it was different surf and turf. They had to use game proteins and local fish.
Yeah.
So the knives, some of the knives had the fish, and some of the knives had the game protein, and then they had to on their own pair up, and
Which
that
they
was
thought was
interesting.
going to be a fun little twist, but Pascuzzi saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pascuzzi saw that no one was going to want to pair up with him a mile away.
She was like, "Here's a twist," and he was like, "Surf and turf," and they're like, "Yeah, sir, stop! Don't get.
Yeah.
Let me say it."
Yeah. And so they pair up, but I like that Shota and Sarah, my girl Sarah, team up immediately. And I was like, oh, these two juggernauts, it's unfair.
It's done.
It's unfair.
Team Tiny Fish.
Yes, Team Tiny Fish. But I was super excited by that. Have you guys ever had game meat as surf and turf?
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm
Not
sorry.
in a surf and turf, no.
Have you ever had venison?
Yes.
All right. Well, that was good. Good conversation, guys.
Yep.
It tastes too much like meat.
What?
Then it's called deer where I'm from. You don't eat venison where I'm from.
I mean,
You're
it's
eating
called venison.
deer. No,
called
you're eating
venison.
deer burgers, and it tastes like you're eating the earth. It tastes like you're eating as close to the earth as you can without munching on the outside.
So, just some side notes. In college, because I went to West Virginia University and I graduated, pat me on the back. My roommates were
Big deal.
They were they were horticulturalists,
Graduated?
and they would often go and pluck mushrooms from the wild, but they'd also come back when they went home. They'd come back with like game meat and put it in the fridge, and we made hamburger helper with venison once, and that shit was amazing.
This gorgeous, beautiful, majestic deer turned into hamburger helper.
When you put it that way, that sounds amazing. Because if you think about it, it's got everything Chef Quentin wants, cheese and noodles,
Yeah.
and then we brought the deer. I mean, it's a marriage made in heaven. I mean, that's my surf and turf.
Seems like you're doing too much there.
This is a double elimination challenge,
Yep.
and fuck, as soon as the teams got together, I said my fantasy team is fucked. I knew it. I knew as soon as my two people from my team teamed together, I said, oh, I'm boned, aren't I?
Well, let's listen. Hold on. Let's listen to the curveball. Let's set it up for the folks.
One thing you should know about this challenge. This is a double elimination.
I should have that immunity.
One team will be going home.
It's like walking barefoot on Lego, sitting on a cactus with an elephant on your shoulders. You can never get comfortable.
And that's kind of not true because I've walked barefoot on Legos with a cactus on my butt while holding an elephant. It's not that hard if it's a stuffed elephant.
So you're gaming the system.
Yeah, so it's not that. I was very comfortable because
And
the
also,
cactus,
your Legos are candy.
candy Legos, and the cactus was a cactus chair. So it was.
Anything is easy if you just cheat and do it different.
Yeah, if you change it, you make it different than the initial thing.
Yeah, that's
It makes it
my
easier.
point. That's my big point. So it's a double elimination, and they got to team up, and that's Tom's curveball, and he made Padma deliver it because he said, "This is for that joke you made earlier, so give them this. I'm pissed off now. I'm sending two people home.
I have a question about Tom.
Go ahead."
Please,
Does
please.
he always dress like that, or is this because he's in Portland?
Which part are you talking about? The big headwear that he wore at the end of the show?
Like a little hipster.
No,
It's
not
Portland.
It's
Yeah,
Portland.
Portland's
It's 'cause
bringing
he's
it
been-
out in
he's
him.
stoned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been taking mushrooms. He normally dresses like a very old man, but since he's been in Portland, he's trying to look cool and have cool hats and stuff like that.
Even like early this season, there were a lot of chunky knit sweaters. We learned about chunky knit sweaters, but as this season's been going on, he's getting more Portland. It's, I
Mhm.
mean, he's keeping it weird.
I like it. I just do want to talk about later his headwear that he was wearing at the end of the episode.
Fuck it, let's do it now. He's
Yeah.
wearing that beanie.
He's
Yeah.
cool as shit, man. He looked great.
Yeah.
That was
It's pulled back.
Yeah,
that thing
fuck.
was huge. That thing was huge. I thought he had a do rag on underneath it, and he just couldn't show it. He was like, "I'm letting my hair down. I'm waving my hair down." And they said, "Tom, you can't wear that on the show. It gives the bad signal to everyone else."
it had a bit of like, like a early 1900s like going to sleep hat that you would wear.
Yeah.
like
Mm.
your like nightcap.
Yeah,
Looked like one of those. Maybe he just woke up.
yeah. I thought they just said they got him out of his chair. They said, "Tom, I gotta go shoot this." He's like, "Yeah, okay." And he forgot to take it off his head. He's like, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna say that this is what I meant to wear." Can't do it now. I'm going to meet the members of the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation. I can't look like a fool. I can't act like, oops, I forgot to take this off my head. No, this is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Gabriel mentions that he hasn't been seen Portland outside of his apartment, which is crazy because he said he's from there. They meet the native women, learn about the native food that they're going to be using to pair with the game and local fish that they have for the elimination challenge. Shoda and my girl Sarah are so relaxed after they were prepping that they're taking shots now at Gabriel's team. Take a listen.
As I heard surf, I was like, smelt.
Yeah.
I'm a fish lady. I especially love small fish. Dream of a lifetime. I would want to have a boutique cannery. It's really weird.
Antelope and steelhead. That's going to be kind of a unique one. Who do you think's taking the lead?
Oh, and that's a shot at Gabriel and Nelson because they had steelhead and antelope, and boy, oh boy, were they in some trouble, huh?
I think that joke can go two ways. One is that they assume that Gabriel is going to be the boss because that's what he does in these things. And two, Nelson has bad knees, so I'm not going to let him lead me.
Yeah,
That's true.
He's playing injured. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. So
I was so glad that they brought up his injury because I think a lot of people don't know that cooking is like a contact sport.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some injuries, don't you?
Oh yeah. I have CTE from opening the microwave on my head.
On your head?
I have a microwave that's high up. And I've definitely pressed that button and it swung and hit me hard. Knocked me down.
Now, please tell me you didn't continue to cook, because really, protocol with that is you should go see
Yeah,
a
you should be
doctor.
out of
You
cooking
should
for at
get-
least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I had to. I had a long line.
Oh God, that's not.
Well,
good.
I'm pretty sure your restaurant's going to get fined from the league for that.
Mhm.
You got to clear protocols. So you're back to cooking cheese.
Oh,
Sarah is sweeping the nation. Everyone's got Sarah fever. I have friends who was texting me about Top Chef. Now that I host a Top Chef podcast, people want to talk to me about Top Chef all the
nice.
time.
It's so exhausting. Can we talk about that? All I have to talk about now is Top Chef with my friends. It's like I want to talk about something else. I know we have a super popular podcast about Top Chef, but that's not just the only thing that I am.
Yeah. Also, people who don't really listen to the podcast but know that we have this podcast assume that I know about Top Chef, and I do not. This podcast is a joke. It is for giggles. We're having a good time.
Okay.
Top Chef is just the shell that we play in.
Yes.
Now I
When
feel
you
like
play in shells.
And your
I feel like
description.
I'm weird now because I very much like the people who come up to me and ask me about Top Chef and ask me questions.
I would say 90% of the people that ask me about it are people that know that I do a podcast but do not listen.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
See, what I do is whenever they ask me, I say, "Why don't you just go listen to the episode?"
That's smart.
Mm.
No, but my friend said that all his top 3 included Sarah and Shota, and he said all he wants is for Sarah to get her little boutique cannery. That's all he wants, and I think people want that.
Yeah, I mean, my girl's gonna win.
think
Sarah's
you're right.
gonna take the whole thing. And I've been saying it every single week, and it's gonna keep happening because she's not phased at all by this competition. She's not even scared of anyone. In fact, people are scared of her. She keeps getting notes from Tom and Gail and Padma saying, "Hey, tone it down a bit. You're scaring people here with how unfazed by all the challenges you are." So she's a problem. I called it. She's an issue. So Tom and Sarah love Shota's dish, and that's when I knew it was a wrap. So listen to this.
Smelt crusted rabbit loin.
The puree on the side is smoked smelt and kabocha squash and pickled smelt as well.
Thank you so much, chefs.
Thank you.
The rabbit and the smell was probably my best bite with the sauce.
I'm loving this dish. I just want to know, like, in a million years, would you ever think, like, yeah, I'm going to coat a rabbit loin in smelt? I'm a fan.
There was so much going.
So that's when you know you're in trouble when Tom starts praising your dish like that. It's basically a wrap. You know you're going to judge's table the right way and not the wrong way. So I was very happy to hear that because they knocked it out of the park.
And maybe they did think they were going to come on Top Chef and cook rabbit loin coated in smelt.
Possibly.
You don't know how they think.
That's true.
Yeah, that could have been written in their journal. Like
They could have had it in their in their
if
chef
the
journal.
opportunity, I'm in Portland. If the opportunity arises, I'm using smelt, baby.
Then I'm going to cover that shit.
I'm gonna
on
cover it in a
rabbit
fucking
loin.
rabbit. Yeah.
Anyone ever eaten rabbit?
I have not. I have smelled rabbit being cooked though, from my roommates in college.
That's interesting. I have not.
So they cooked it and you didn't eat it.
I did not. They came back. They've cooked squirrel. They've
Gross.
cooked rabbit. They would cook their mushrooms, which just stunk up the place whenever they cooked them. They did a lot of stuff.
Quentin, have you had rabbit?
No, I have not had a lot of rabbit. To be honest with you, I have a pretty poor diet.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly,
What do you mostly eat?
there's a lot of cheese.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Well, I have a question then, and this might be hard for Quentin to answer. But at the end of the elimination, the native people said that their food now knows the chefs. And so I wonder, do you guys think that the food that we cook at home knows us?
I think about this probably every single time I eat something. And I think that I hope not, because it is much easier to eat my food thinking that they don't know me. Because if they did
Okay.
know me, then it's like I can't eat something that knows me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I
And
hope.
Brian?
You know what? Yeah, I think so. I think my food knows me and it knows what to expect from me. I think it's not going to be surprised by anything that I do to it. And I think in that way the food is a little tired of me. Maybe our relationship's gone a little stale. And I think maybe that's bad. And I think because of this, I now need to realize that I need to start spice things up a little bit. Or else food's going to leave me. It's going to pack its bags and leave. And then I'll be alone with no food. And you know what happens then?
Okay.
This
You
is
lose
sad.
weight. You lose weight and you feel good. And you get that rebound body. You go out, you look at food, and you say, look, I've changed. And they say, yeah, your body's good, but how's your brain? And it's the same. It's the same. Because I was working my body, but I wasn't working my brain. I'm the same person underneath all these muscles that you can see clearly. Six-pack, abs, huge biceps, bulging traps. But my brain is the same. In fact, it's probably smaller because I was taking supplements to get big.
Hey everyone, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties in the recording. But trust me, Brian's story was very funny. The ending of it, we all died laughing, and it just didn't capture. So let's move on. We don't have to revisit that.
Yeah,
and
nothing
I just want to
else.
answer.
I just wanted to be clear. Nothing else happened. It wasn't like
nothing else
Brian
happened.
told that story and he was met with silence, and we had a very serious talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
That didn't happen. It's just
It was super funny.
Yeah.
We all died laughing. I think one of
Oh,
us
we were
laughing may have messed up the recording.
Yeah, it was
and,
so hard.
Got into it because I don't think I've ever heard of a joke being so bad that recording stopped on its own.
I've heard of someone's face being so ugly it broke a camera, but a joke so bad it breaks a record?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's not what happened. So we're back at it. And just to answer the question for me, yes, I think my food knows me. All right. So
Okay. All right.
Quentin, do you think your food knows you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't dive right in. I don't just I talk to the food first. I make sure the food knows it's comfortable. I start off with some small talk, and then I just start to open up a little bit, start to let them know my background. I don't just go right into the food. It'd be kind of scary if the food just went inside me, and then it'd be a lot for the food to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to talk. I try to let them know that I'm funny. I'm likable. I'm really good at my job. And then I start to nibble a little bit.
Did you say start to nipple or nibble?
Nibble a little bit, and then I
okay.
nibble, on the food, and then I keep talking.
Yep.
Get them comfortable. Big chomp.
This is all cheese, right?
Huh? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Big wheel of cheese.
Big wheel of cheese.
I only know squares.
Oh, okay. All right. He's got blocks of cheese.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
Cool. That's the end.
All right. So at the elimination table, Sarah and Shota win. And in the bottom is Gabriel and Nelson and Chris and Avishar. Is it?
Yeah.
Was it Chris and Avishar?
Yeah.
I do.
Byron and Avishar.
Also Byron and Maria. Byron and Maria, Chris.
There were three groups of two in the bottom. Yeah.
Yes. So it's Avishar, Byron, Chris, and Maria in the bottom. And also Gabriel and Nelson. Sorry.
This is they say Tom says all this food was very good. This is the best food we've had so far. Whoever goes home will be going home for making good food. He then proceeded to only give negative notes to Gabrielle and Nelson. Everyone else got pretty decent stuff. They got noted hard. Clearly they were going. It was very obvious.
You know what I think? I think this is the point where Tom said, "Okay, you can't get to the finals because you worked for me. I got to get you out of here." Because not only, spoiler, he sends Gabrielle and Nelson home, but even in Last Chance Kitchen, he gives Gabrielle not one but two chances to get back in the show.
So many opportunities.
He does not bring him back. So I think this is just Tom saying, "Look, if you work for me, you can't win the show. So you got to be gone." So let's listen to their goodbye and the curveball at the end.
Nelson and Gabriel, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you.
Guys, I know you both said you want to cook more, and we'll get that shot in Last Chance Kitchen.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
Thank you all. That'll be it.
Have a great night. Thank you.
You too. Thank you. Get some rest.
It hurts to have to leave Top Chef. This was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
So I get to rest my knees.
I'm holding my head high, proud of what we did, and proud of myself for going through these pains and sticking it through. Didn't let it stop me.
You no longer have a tour guide. I don't think I deserve to go home right now. If we had just scraped the frickin' fish off and served that crispy skin, we may have been in the top. Yeah, there's a better way for me to find out, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm going to Last Chance Kitchen to get back in this competition. I don't care how many chefs I have to cook against.
Nelson, we work together and you are a true gentleman. And Gabriel, you're a perfect, lovely asshole that I love. It's an honor. I really do love you.
guys, Gabriel, Nelson, how you doing? Tonight, one of you are going to earn a chance to get back into the competition, and one of you are out of the competition for good. This Last Chance Kitchen is starting right now. Let's go.
Wow.
I really like that.
Crazy.
Because Pascuzzi talks about how he's like, I don't care how many people I have to beat in Last Chance Kitchen, which is like really good foreshadowing because he proceeds to lose to one person and then many people.
He loses to 5 people in total.
Yeah, he makes a salad, which looks boring as fuck. And then I think he also made steak or something that looked not great.
What are you doing? That also... something happened here, right? Because they, like, the way this was shot, they were pulling Nelson and Gabriel over to cook right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then it cuts to days later.
Yeah.
Like, they made it seem like it was going to happen right now. And clearly they said that Nelson backed out. So I wonder if, like, they had planned to do this, like, one-on-one right here or back where we just were cooking right now, and Nelson was like, no, I quit. And Tom was like, well, shit, I don't want Gabriel back in the competition, so I have to send him down to go face Jamie.
I think the plan was that. I think they were going to say, your dish was cooked too hard, so now you're each going to make the dish again separately, and we'll see who makes it better. Whoever makes it better is back in the show.
That would have been great. And then do you think Nelson was just like, no, my knees?
Yeah, Nelson's like, my knee's killing me. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And then Tom was like, okay, that's fine. Listen, let me drive both you guys home.
Yeah.
Get in my
I gotta change.
They were in the car. That's right. They were in the car.
Yeah. He's like,
And
I got to
then,
drop off at a couple of places. I got to make a couple of stops, but I'll drive you guys home. Don't worry.
And we were joking about it before, but now Last Chance Kitchen truly is just an excuse for Tom to throw a party because he literally not just had one episode, he had 2 episodes of Last Chance Kitchen for one episode, and he's throwing people back into the show. My girl Jamie just won an opportunity. She's back in the show. And then Sasha's returned now because she beat 5 other judges in the 5-person Last Chance Kitchen. Let's just look at what the fantasy league showings are right now, shall we?
Let's bring it up.
Brian has, as of right now, 2 people. I'm sorry, one person. One person left in the show. I'm so sorry.
Byron.
And it's Byron, who, I mean, you never know. He's got 10 points. Yeah. He's got 10 points.
He's fine, but he's no Shota. He's no Sarah.
He is your highest earner on your team, even
he's my only
to the
earner.
episode. Yeah.
Well,
so
that's good. You win and then go home.
Yes. So you're in trouble, especially when it comes to catching up to me and Reeves point wise, because I just gained Jamie back. And understand this: me and Reeves were tied, right? But I had to take into account Jamie's back in the show, which means she's going to be in the next episode, which means she is advancing an episode, and therefore I'm winning by 0.5 of a point with 48 points, and Reeves has 47.5. And this is just, you have 30.5 points. It's not even worth saying. You're so far behind. You'll never come back. Byron literally has to win everything from here on out for you to even be
he's gonna
competitive.
Win out. He's gonna win out.
So right now I was down to 3 people. Now I've got 4 people back, and me and Reeves have the same amount of people in it. But Sasha is back from the dead for right now because she's still can earn because she's in Last Chance Kitchen now. So
she's a good earner.
As of right now, I'm only half a point ahead from Reeves. But me and Reeves are very good at judging people's talents just by looking at them. And Brian is a very bad person at doing that.
I will show you the list that Tom and I made together. My dog is losing her mind of who I thought was going to win, and I just didn't get to pick any of them because I bet that they're right. But let me really quickly. But my dog is really losing her mind. Baby, shh.
She need to go
outside. She wants to go outside and bark at rats and dig holes. I knew that Pascuzzi was not coming back because when it showed the clip of someone coming back into the show, everyone cheered and got excited. That would not have happened for Pascuzzi. I knew it was Jamie or Sasha. I knew it because that's what they liked. Maybe Kiki. It was not going to be Pascuzzi. It was not going to be Brittany, and it was not going to be Nelson. I knew it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do our last closing segment we do with our guests called Add Foam, Debone, and Send Home. And Chef Quinn, this is where you pick of the three of us. Who would you add foam to? Who would you debone? And who would you send home?
I think I'm going to add foam to Brian. He seems like he needs it right now after that story. I'm going to debone you, Jamal.
Okay. Any particular reason? Any particular reason? None? Okay.
No, I honestly don't understand the concept of deboning anything. I'd send Reeves home.
It's sort of like taking the wrapper off of the cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that you can eat it.
Yeah. All right. Does that change your answer?
Yeah. I think the wrapper's got to come off, Reeves.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And so that means
you're going
sending me home. Okay, great. This is another guest who's been hostile towards me during this segment. So it's clearly me now, and I'm okay with it, I guess. Quentin,
I thought it was a good thing because you have a nice place.
Oh, thank you. So then maybe it is not being hostile, and I've won now. So thank you. Before we leave, Quentin, do you have anything you want to plug? You want to plug your food truck or anything? You want to plug the business school that you went to?
Well, yeah. I'm going to plug the Pizzagate food truck, although it's under investigation right now.
Sure.
So you could look for it, but it might be a while. Ever since the inauguration scandal, I had to lay low. I went to Harvard Business School Publishing. Their publishing house. So I'll plug that.
Okay.
Cool.
We didn't hear anything about your fan fiction. Can you give us just before you go? Can you give us just the plot line to one of your fan fictions?
Okay. So I got one. Okay. Hillary did Benghazi.
Okay. And is that the title of the episode?